White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt is not having a good time at her job. This woman has absolutely no joy in her life. She is angry all the time, even when delivering good news. Granted, it's good news that's not actually true. It's just a bald-faced lie. But earlier this week, Karoline Leavitt, during one of her press briefings, goes out there visibly irate. You can just feel the anger and hatred coming out of this woman as she starts listing Trump's accomplishments. Right? She's not going after Biden. She's not attacking these damn liberals out there. She's not supposed to be mad about anything, yet she's delivering all of this so-called positive news in the most angry way possible. And the only conclusion I can come to at this point is that she is just generally a miserable human being, much like Trump himself. I will show you that clip in just a second, but first, a quick word from today's video sponsor. If you're always coming up with great ideas on the go or stuck in meetings where everyone talks over each other and afterward nobody remembers who promised what, and you don't have time to sit and type out a note or pull out your phone, search for an app, create a voice memo, then I encourage you to check out today's video sponsor, Plod. Plod Note Pro is an AI meeting assistant for aspiring professionals. It's like having a personal secretary the size of a credit card. A separate device, but slim and portable, perfectly integrated with your phone. It can record in-person meetings and phone calls, capturing sound from up to 5 meters or 16 feet away. So even in a noisy room, you won't miss a word. It also identifies speakers, even when people talk over each other, so you can review exactly who said what without arguments later. And it records non-stop for up to 50 hours, so long workshops or back-to-back days are not a problem. However, it is not just a voice recorder like your phone apps, which drain battery, fill storage, or get interrupted by calls like other existing Plod products. You can now record, take pictures, jot down ideas, and mark highlights, literally capturing everything from a meeting. Plod app will generate a comprehensive set of meeting notes, including transcripts, highlight summaries, insights, instant follow-ups, and underlying suggestions. It integrates everything that truly matters and reads your needs perfectly. And it is beyond a meeting note taker. After a meeting, Ask Plod can draft a stakeholder email. They can extract a data report, brainstorm on a topic with you, and highlight key considerations for decision-making through Ask Plod, a ChatGPT-like function, but more contextually intelligent because Plod Intelligence understands the meeting in the broader context of your work and can think and act for you. With this productivity hack, leaders can stay focused and engaged, save time by not scribbling down notes, avoid worrying about missing important details, and always have someone to turn to when they have questions. And Plod keeps your data safe with end-to-end encryption and meets top global privacy standards like SOC 2, GDPR, HIPAA, and EN 18031. Just to give you an example of how sleek and easy this device is, I've been using it to record this entire time. Now, what it does here, you can see, I've been recording so far everything that I have said. And it's this small device that fits on the back of my phone with a handy little magnet. So I've stopped recording, I stop and save, it creates the file, then once I go to it, I can do the generate button, and it's gonna do all kinds of fun, great things for me. It's gonna create a transcript, it's going to give me an AI overview of it, and it's going to give me key points. If I said something in a way that maybe didn't make sense, they're going to tell me a better way to say it. It could not be easier. It's all in one. You push the button. A few moments later, you have everything that you need right at your fingertips. And honestly, it's also a great way for us to provide video transcripts of our segments so we don't have to rely on those weird auto-generated messy transcripts that always seem to get something wrong, and we can instead provide accurate word-for-word transcripts for our viewers. It also generates automatic summaries of the segments that we can use in our video descriptions. it saves us time on the back end to help deliver a better product to our viewers. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to pick up Plaud's all-new Note Pro, or use code Farron for a great discount on the Plaud Note or the Plaud Note Pen.
Part of President Trump's mission to restore America as the manufacturing superpower of the world, he has secured nearly $9 trillion in U.S. investment, nearly 9 times more than Biden attracted in his entire 4-year term, and we expect that number to be upwards of $15 trillion very soon.
So you just saw Karoline Leavitt, again, supposed to be delivering good news, and yet she's angry. I mean, she's almost shaking with rage as she delivers what should be good news. And the reason I say should be good news is because it's in fact a lie. I mean, Trump has secured $9 trillion in investments in the United States when our own GDP is only $30 trillion. So he got a third of our GDP worth of investments from foreign companies. Wow, that's amazing if it were true. Unfortunately, as I've repeatedly said over the last few months, it's not. Most of the countries and or blocks of countries, like the European Union, who have pledged anything, immediately walked it back after their talks with Donald Trump. The European Union especially, right? Trump came out, was like, they're going to give us over $600 billion in investments. This is great. I'm such a great negotiator. A day later, and I talked about this at the time, the EU came out and they were like, whoa, we don't have that kind of money. What we talked about with this guy was maybe our businesses over here would want to invest, and maybe if everybody did it, it could be, a couple $100 billion, but we, the European Union, we're not putting that money into the US. That's crazy. Other countries have made the same comment. South Korea, of course, they are investing. And now that he did the raid on the Hyundai factory, they're like, yeah, we may not now. So no, it's not $9 trillion. It's not $1 trillion. We may not even get $100 billion in investments in the United States. So I think I have a theory here. Karoline Leavitt, of course, is lying about this number, but nevertheless, it should be positive news. You should be happy. But she's not. She's filled with rage. Why? I think it's her conscience trying to escape. I think that's where the rage is coming from. She knows she's lying, but she's going to do it anyway. So that little voice in the back of her head telling her this is wrong, this goes against your so-called Christian values, thou shalt not bear false witness. You're literally violating the 10 Commandments, at least one of them every day. When you do this, stop doing it, Karoline. Stop doing it, Karoline. So that little voice in the back of her head is pissing her off because she doesn't want to listen to the little voice, right? She doesn't want that Jiminy Cricket on her shoulder telling her like, well, that's not a nice thing to do. You can't lie to these people. So she gets angry. She internalizes it. This battle is raging inside of her. And the worst part of her won the battle as she continues to lie. But I think that's why she's so miserable. Because she knows what she's going out there and doing every day is horrible and wrong, but she can't stop herself from doing it. She feels compelled to do it. So she's falling apart. Mentally, internally. She can't keep doing this. She has become a giant ball of rage, even when trying to deliver good news, even if that good news isn't even close to being reality. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.